Well, that's not good. Hey YouTubers, here we are with the Jimny. So we finished the first official speed run with the Poor Boys RC speed run challenge. We were able to get 6.1 out of this speedster / crawler. We are officially at 6.1 miles per hour. We're going to just take the body off and just kind of show you what's in this thing and why it tend to go so slow. And like I said before, it was initially supposed to be a little crawler, kind of thing, and it didn't really do what I wanted it to do, so we kind of abandoned that project and just kind of left it as is. But anyway, this is the motor that was in it. It's a 65 turn crawler motor with a 16 tooth pinion gear, so this motor only goes I don't know, 5,000 or 6,000 RPM, so it's pretty slow. Anyway, we're gonna slowly increase the speed on this thing. We're not expecting too much out of it, but just for fun, I put in a 35 turn motor, which is actually still just a regular crawler motor. It's nothing too special, but it's a 35 turn motor, which is a typical motor that you'd find in a RTR crawler vehicle. But anyway, it spins about twice the RPM as the other one does. I don't think we'll get a terrible lot more speed out of it, but in any case, we've got some shocks that we're gonna put on here, and they're just little itty bitty shocks. They're 55 millimeters from hole to hole, but they're oil filled, and we're hoping to get a little better handling with the smoother suspension. These springs are basically just a friction spring, and there's no oil. There's not even a shock piston in there. It's just a plastic shaft that they're pretty bottom of the run. But so we'll try to get a little more speed out of this next run, and we'll see what we get with that motor. We're going to eventually have to put a better motor in there, and potentially some different tires. In fact, these are the tires that we had put on here originally, and they're just the stock tire. And in fact, I never even glued the tire on the wheel. Got our wheel hex on there, but I was kind of looking at them today, a few days after we did that speed run, and like most typical crawler cars, we generally weight the wheels, and I didn't realize it had been almost a decade since I'd done this, but I didn't realize that the lead weight was still on the wheel when I ran it. But not that it would have changed the speed at the speed I went, which was 6 miles an hour. But anyway, of course we're going to take that off. That's no speed secret. That's a crawler thing that you want the wheels to be heavier. But in any event, we're going to take that off and glue these wheels up. And I don't know if we're going to run these tires, but over time they've kind of gotten a little harder. But we're going to get that done and maybe do a few other things to it to get it to go a little quicker, a little faster. But in any event, that's the update on this car. But other than that, it's all still stock, and it doesn't handle terribly well, and nor does it go very fast. But in any event, that's what we're going to do, and we'll keep you up to date as to what we do with it, or try to do our best to show you what we do as we progress through this speed run. So we've got 3 of the wheels glued up, and we've taken the last wheel apart, and this is what is around it, is this lead weight, which we just have to strip off of there. We don't need that for high speed runs, of course. And we just take the weight off of that wheel and pull it off of there, and we can get rid of that, but that's what it looks like after it's been, that's what it looks like after the weight's been taken off, and we'll remount this and glue it up, and we'll have 4 wheels ready to go. So we've got all 4 tires glued up and ready to go with the lead taken out of them. So that should save us a little weight there. But anyway, the next thing will be, I guess, putting some paint on this body. And the first thing to do is just wash it up and painting it. So with that, we'll get it painted up, and at least it won't be clear anymore, and it'll look like something. So here we have the one of the new shocks on there, and it feels 1,000 times better. These little pogo sticks aren't so great. They just kind of bounce along, and the car just kind of hops and stuff, and this feels a lot better, and we were able to get that working a lot smoother. So in any event, while we were working on it, we noticed the servo acting a little funny. When there's pressure on it, it starts to glitch and stuff, and you can see the bottom of it acting pretty weird. It's not a good thing to have when you're trying to go fast. You know, that's not a good thing. If you can't steer, you can't go fast. So what's happening here is that servo is trying to center itself with the pressure on the wheels, and the servo gears in here are stripped. So I'm not sure when exactly that happened. I can't imagine 6 miles an hour did that, but it could have been sooner. I didn't really notice that was an issue, but this is actually a plastic gear servo in there. So we're gonna have to split this case, pull this all apart to get the servo out of there just to replace it. So we're gonna have to do that and get that done. It's about an hour or more job just to get this servo replaced. So that's part of the RC hobby, and sometimes RC cars are hard, but we're just gonna make it happen and get it fixed, because otherwise that just isn't gonna work too good. But anyway, we'll get it fixed, and we'll show you what we did, and we'll put a new servo in there, and we'll keep on going. And so have fun, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.